Hosted by Dave Kendall, who the day I met him was wearing my grandma's carpet, but it was kind of nice. John Wesley Harding signing off.
It was my aunt's carpet, bastard.
With half an eye on history and half an ounce of hope, he sold his soul in the vestry. It was money for old rope. Been this way a million times. Now his time is nigh. He steps into the spotlight and he wants to say, hi, hello. I'm so glad you came. Well, you'd never seen me before. Oh, but yesterday he was dressed the same. He's so ambitious, he's so lame, but then he was so much easier to ignore. But here comes the groom, here comes the groom, here comes the groom, here comes the groom. You know the world's not an inn and there isn't any room for you, but here he comes, well, here he comes. Well, he married into money just to kiss and tell, and he ripped the contract open. Now he's out of his shell. He looks into a mirror, practicing his poise, but it reflects so badly on him. The groom just gets annoyed. He gasps, he forgets his lines, and then he's never done that before. Well, the scientists say that he's doing fine, this fumbling, frantic Frankenstein, but soon he's gonna be the dinosaur. Don't do the dinosaur. Here comes the groom, here comes the groom, here comes the groom, here comes the groom. You know the world's not an inn and there isn't any room for you, but here it comes. Well, here he comes. Well, his fingers are on a cliff edge. Well, his head is going under. Well, is that applause? Obviously not. It's just thunder, thunder. Why do you keep saying I do? What does the bride mean to you? Church bells. Whoa. Turn, turn, turn. Huh. So now play me some Puccini. Make it heavy on the strings. Now walk me to the altar. You know the choir can't even sing. Right side for the photographs, he's so good looking. Left side for the kids, he's so political. God made me do it. So that's what I did. He coughs, loosens his bow tie. You've never seen him before. Well, he kisses the bride, oh, you know why. Love's one more thing you can buy. He was unfaithful before he went outdoors. Now he's in the graveyard. Now I'm in the graveyard. Now Debbie Gibson's in the graveyard. Here comes the groom, here comes the groom, here comes the groom, here he comes, here comes the groom. You know the world's not an inn and there isn't any room for you, but here it comes, here he comes, here comes the groom. Here comes the groom. Big rock ending.
Welcome back. Our special guest tonight is John Wesley Harding.
Hello, man.
Wasn't the original John Wesley Harding a cowboy?
He was, yeah. But he was spelt without a G. He was spelt John Wesley Hardin.
Hardin?
Yeah, and then Bob Dylan had an album called John Wesley Harding. And so if I had an album, I should probably call it Bob Dylang.
Right.
With
That'd
the
be a
G.
great idea.
Thank you, I had it.
Now, I caught your show with the Ocean Blue and the Mighty Lemon Drops in Denver.
Snowy.
It was indeed, and it was also a great show.
It was fun.
Now, you've played with the Attractions before, but that time you were doing a solo performance. Which do you like better, playing with a band or solo?
They're very different. I mean, the reason I'm touring solo is for a financial reason, in that it takes an immense amount of money to mobilise a band as good as the Attractions, you know, to get them out on the road, and not them specifically, but just the idea of touring with the band. And I've been touring from January, and it's going on another tour now till like the beginning of June, and it costs no money for me to do that. I mean, it's just because I just travel on my own with a guitar over my shoulder in a kind of troubadour way. So, and that's good as well, because they're. It's kind of more difficult to a Mighty Lemon Drops audience, because sometimes you think that the moment you walk on stage, people look at you like you're a bit of a leper for just having an acoustic guitar, because there isn't much dry ice in my show, you know.
That warmer welcome, huh?
Yeah, that's right. But, you know, but then you can win them over with a couple of well-chosen jokes.
How did you hook up with the Attractions?
Friends of friends, and I needed an album I got a deal with Psy Records by just, so the guy signed me just because I played a couple of songs acoustically in his office, and then we needed a band to make the album with, because I like making pop music, and they were the people we chose, and they were unemployed at the time, and they wanted to do it, so it was a nice, you know, mix-up of affairs. And then they're going to do this tour with me in June and July. We're going to be back bad and loud.
And the name of that album is Here Comes the Groom.
It is.
We're going to check out a video from that album, but did you bring your guitar with you?
I have, in fact. There it is.
Do you want to do a song for us a bit later on?
I certainly will, yeah.
Great, we'll look forward to that. Right now, here's John Wesley Harding with The Devil in Me.
In Dallas in '63, they blamed it on Oswald carelessly, but it was the devil in me. But Jesus on the cross, I put a gag on the boss. I kicked him on the cheek so he could speak, but that was the devil in me. It was the devil in me. It was the devil in me. Well, it's the devil in me that's on the level in me. Well, it was the devil in me. Well, I made you breakfast, put poison sheets on the bed. I made you cry, could have made you laugh instead, but that was the devil in me. So I killed you all. I tell your famous brown fur coat. A lot did you call, ignored your suicide note, but that was the devil in me. It was the devil in me. Well, it's the devil in me. Well, it's the devil in me that's on the level in me. Well, it was the devil in me, right? I blew up the bus. I started World War III. I got to play with Gaddafi and blew the hostages free. And that was the devil in me. It was the devil in me. Well, it's the devil in me. Well, it's the devil in me that's on a level in me. Well, it was the devil in me. Well, I gave you acid rain, and I polluted the sea, and I covered your thoughts up with graffiti. Well, you can call me by my real name. Yeah, you can call me humanity, 'cause it all seems just like human behavior. It all seems just
John Wesley Harding with The Devil in Me. Do you like making videos?
Well, kinda. I mean, I think that's a video for people who don't like videos very much. It's got a lot of jokes in it for, you know, because...
And words as well as pictures.
A lot of words, yeah, and a big thing that comes up saying, buy this record in huge letters, which I thought was only honest, since that's all a video is, really. So it's just meant to be, it's a simple idea. You just need one idea. It cost very little money to make, and I wrote it all just for fun. So yeah, I enjoyed making that one. But the trouble is to make another one now that I like as much. Maybe I'll just do a story with, you know, like one of those awful story videos. I don't know.
That would be great. We'll look forward to it. Wes is going to do a song for us in a little bit. So, John Wesley Harding and more coming up in the second 60 of 120 minutes. Drop everything, put your knitting away. John Wesley Harding is going to do a song for us. What are you going to do, Wes?
I'm going to do the title track of my album, Here Comes the Groom.
You're on.
Thank you very much.
With half an eye on history and half an ounce of hope, he sold his soul in the vestry. It was money for old rope, been this way a million times. Now his time is nigh. He steps into the spotlight and he wants to say, hi, hello, I'm so glad you came. Well, you've never seen me before. Oh, but yesterday he was dressed the same. He's so ambitious, he's so lame, but then he was so much easier to ignore. But here comes the groom, here comes the groom, here comes the groom, here comes the groom. You know the world's not an inn and there isn't any room for you, but here it comes. Well, here he comes. Well, he married into money just to kiss and tell, and he ripped the contract open. Now he's out of his shell. He looks into a mirror, practicing his poise, but it reflects so badly on him. The groom just gets annoyed. He gasps, he forgets his lines, and then he's never done that before. Well, the scientists say that he's doing fine, this crumbling, frantic Frankenstein, but soon he's gonna be the dinosaur. Don't do the dinosaur. Here comes the groom, here comes the groom, here comes the groom, here comes the groom. You know the world's not an inn and there isn't any room for you, but here it comes. Well, here he comes. Well, his fingers are on a cliff edge. Well, his head is going under. Well, is that applause? Obviously not. It's just thunder, thunder. Why do you keep saying I do? What does the bride mean to you? Church bells. Whoa. Turn, turn, turn. Huh. So now play me some Puccini. Now get heavy on the strings. Now walk me to the altar. You know the choir can't even sing. Right side for the photographs, he's so good looking. Left side for the kids, he's so political. God made me do it. So that's what I did. He coughs, loosens his bow tie. You've never seen him before. Well, he kisses the bride, oh, you know why. Love's one more thing you can buy. He was unfaithful before he went outdoors. Now he's in the graveyard. Now I'm in the graveyard. Now Debbie Gibson's in the graveyard. Here comes the groom. Here comes the groom. Here comes the groom. Here he comes. Here comes the groom. You know the world's not an inn and there isn't any room for you, but here it comes. Here he comes. Here comes the groom. big rock ending.
John Wesley Harding. Now, we caught that reference to Debbie Gibson, and let me tell you, Debbie Gibson's mother... What with Debbie Gibson now?
I admire her.
You do?
No, I seriously do.
Because I was just going to say her mother is going to be after you.
No, I hope not.
It's not enough for her to be pregnant with Mojo's two-headed love child.
No, I'm, that song's really all about how me and Debbie Gibson and Tracy Chapman are the same person, but for fortune.
I knew that. I knew that. You're on tour with Michelle Shock till when?
Till June the 2nd. So everybody's got a chance to see my little brand of magic.
Great. Well, good luck with that. Thanks very much for coming by.
Thank you, Dave.
We do appreciate it. Stay tuned on 120 Minutes for lots more music.
Called 120 Minutes, which probably means the last 2 hours. And it's hosted by Dave Kendall, who has an accent that is, comes from the middle of the sea. Well, that doesn't matter to me. Here we go. Thank you.
120 minutes.
forehead to the door, I heard the famous sound of infidelity. Looks like I loved and lost once more. Oh, but all's fair in love and war, supposedly. I couldn't even burst in on you. See, scrabbling sheets to your excuse. Give you the evil eye of verbal abuse. Why do you do what you do when the things that you do hurt the person you are? Why do you do what you do when the things that you do hurt the person you are? I slammed my glass down on the bar. My problems, they hit the floor so gracefully. I don't know where I parked the car. That's okay, tonight I'm on the town without me. Tonight it's just me and my evil twin, the one who slips one more drink in, the one who slips away when I start sinking. Why do you do what you do when the things that you do hurt the person you are? Why do you do what you do when the things that you do hurt the person you are? The person you are. The person you are. The person you are. The person you are. Got a job to pay the rent, but people out of work by repositioning. Now no one's sitting on the fence. Whose garden will we end up sitting in? It's getting much too hot to heal the sky. It stings too much to open up our eyes to fundamental truths that we hold as life. Why do you do what you do when the things that you do hurt the person you are? Why do you do what you do when the things that you do hurt the person you are? Why do you do what you do when the things that you do hurt the person you are? Why do you do what you do when the things that you do hurt the person you are? The person you are. The person you are. The person you are. The person you are.
Tour in support of his new album, The Name Above the Title. What does the title actually mean?
Well, it's very difficult coming up with a name for an album because either you end up having something like The Soul Cages, which is kind of a difficult title for everybody to understand or even enjoy. But this is the name of Frank Capra. His autobiography was called The Name Above the Title. And I couldn't really think... Because if you pick the name of a song on the album, then that kind of makes that song the most important song on the album. And there wasn't, you know, one that I wanted to, like, represent the album.
Is that what happened last time?
Well, yeah, we picked Here Comes the Groom because it was all about somebody just arriving for the first time, so that was quite appropriate because it was my first album over here. So, so this one, I mean, it's not much of a marketing concept, but I quite like the idea of it. So the tour's called The Name Above the Tour as well.
The Name Above the Tour,
yeah.
Okay. Here Comes the Groom was called, I think, by the LA Times, the first great album of the 90s. So is this new one, I believe so, is this new one going to be the second great album of the 90s? Is that something you have to live up to now?
Well, I suppose it is something you have to live up to, but I think a lot of people like it because my music's really not that, you know, original in many ways. It's kind of like the most old-fashioned way you can make music, just to go into a studio and play it live with good musicians. And because of that, I think, because a lot of other things sound very, you know, contrived and machine-like at the moment. Not, you know, there are a lot of great things around, but, you know, so it kind of sounds, it just sounds kind of original, and that's what people liked about it, just because it was like, it's like kind of like Love in Spoonful or something. It's just like words, and if the words are good and the tune's good, then you have a good song. Because there's not, you know, I'm not about a style of music, and, you know, I don't wear a certain thing. So it's just like the victory, well, how I like to think of it as the victory of, like, songs over, like, image and stuff like that. Because they're just, if people like the songs, they're going to love the album, you know.
You don't like words like folk, then?
I don't mind words like folk, but you know, I mean, I want to be a pop singer. I mean, I like Love in Spoonful and Creedence Clearwater Revival and the Kinks and stuff. That's what I go home and listen to, you know.
You have a lot more musicians on this album than the first one. Are you playing again with Elvis Costello's backup band, The Attractions?
They're on this album, yeah. In fact, it's pretty much volume 2 of the first album. It's the same producer, same studios, same engineer, and same band. So it's pretty much exactly the same. But I mean, it's got a fuller sound because, I mean, as I said before, it's live music, and so it really makes a difference if the people know and like each other. And we'd known each other a bit longer when we made the second one, so it's a better album.
And the Good Liars, and they're on tour with you right now,
well, yeah, well, in fact, no, it's a band called The Deceivers on tour with me, who are some friends of mine from LA, yeah, and people have to come to the show to check out who they are. There's a few strange people hanging around in that band. They're a very good band.
Okay. Well, Wes is going to actually perform a song for us live here on 120 Minutes.
True, I am.
But right here, the first video off Wes's new album. This is The Person You Are. John Wesley Harding with The Person You Are. Is that an autobiographical song?
No, but I do think I like to use the first person in songs because I think that people can, you know, relate to just like if you just tell a story in the first person. I think in many ways it throws it more open than like narrating an incident because it's a song about, that's just a song. I mean, in the video we just tried to make it into a kind of rather ghostly murder tale, kind of around like film noir films and stuff like that, Hitchcock films. But it's just a song about how people are continually messing themselves up, just out of, you know, personal choice, and in a million different ways, you know. And the 3 verses are just separate instances of it.
The Person You Are, the first video off John Wesley Harding's new album, the name above
one.
The title, quite a good one. And there are many good songs on that album, one of which is going to be performed here live on 120 Minutes by Wes. That's coming up in the second 60 of 120 Minutes.
Into the future. Good morning. Good into the...
Well, slightly. What happened was I arrived in Washington on the first day of my American tour last year, and I saw this a shop called the People's Drug, and there must be a big chain of them up there. And that started me to thinking, because we have like chemists and pharmacists in England, we don't really have drugstores. And so that started me thinking, and so I decided that, you know, entertainment had taken the place of religion nowadays, so like John Lennon said many years ago, so I thought I'd write a song about it.
And you are the best high of all.
Thank you very much.
John Wesley Harding, The People's Drug.
This is called The People's Drug. He was right about that, and I am, in fact, going to attempt to play the harmonica on this one. And so here we go. And this is my band. They're called Clearpoint Brewster. Let's go. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4.
Got a stupid job, but it's fair money. Got a brand new car, but I can't drive. I've got a sweetheart and I call her honey. And I've also got a wife. People say that they're depressed, but they go out and they're so well dressed. Now what is it that makes them feel that way? Can't get into no drugstore, no man's an island, that's for sure. And it looks like the world just run out of things to say. All right. Give me some of the people's drug. Give me some of the people's drug. Whatever makes you feel that good, I'll take it like I know I should. So give me some of the people's drug. Whoa. Give me some of the people's drug. Hey. Hey. Oh, diddly. All right. Pick me up and take me to a movie. Give me an ending that I can understand. Sell me a rocking soundtrack, make it groovy. backstage passes for the band. People always whine, 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 shut up and pay the fine, fine, fine. What's the difference anyway between being safe and being rad when the big joke is we've all been had? You don't get to read the news in USA Today, but you know that. Give me some of the people's drug. Give me some of the people's drug. Whatever makes you feel that good, I'll take it like I know I should. So give me some of the people's drug. Whoa, yeah. Give me some of the people's drug. The national anthem of the people, played on the harmonica. God, it's a wacky race that we're running. I must atone for all my sins. God, grant me some of what you're giving. Heard you don't need needles, you don't need pins. Yes, no, I'll pay prescription. Where's the bill? I thought it was a bitter pill. What's it matter what I feel? Take the dog and take the wife. Show me how to lead a better life. The price you people pay, well, it's gotta be a steal. Give me some of the people's drug. Give me some of the people's drug. Whatever makes you feel that good, I'll take it like I know I should. So give me some of the people's drug. Whoa. Give me some of the people's drug. Whoa, yeah. Give me some of the people's drug. Whoa, yeah. Give me some of the people's drug. 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 All right.
The People's Drug from the People's Drugstore Cowboy himself, Mr. John Wesley Harding.
Thank you very much.
You doing that one on your current tour with the Judy Bats?
Oh yeah, we're doing. Yeah, the Judy Bats coming on tour with us. Yeah, we'll be doing. We learned the whole of the first album, the whole of the second album, and about 35 cover versions. So we'll be doing a lot of songs. We'll be doing a few Madonna tunes, and you know.
Now, both you and the Judy Bats had a song on the Rocky Erickson tribute album where the pyramid meets the eye.
Yeah.
How did you get involved with that?
Well, that was just I've liked Rocky Erickson for a long time, and I think he's influenced a lot of people like R.E.M. and just a lot of bands who are, you know, quite big now. And I think a lot of people just felt it was time for him to get a bit back. So, and he's a thrilling guy. I met him in Austin, Texas, at an in-store, and he's completely balmy. And he's a great songwriter, and I think that album, you know, is proof, if any, that, you know, more people should have heard of him. And there are other people like Phil Oakes, you know, who I'd willingly get involved in doing a tribute album for.
Right, let's have a look at your cover of the Rocky song. This is If You Have Ghosts from John Wesley Harding. Good luck on the rest of your tour.
Thank you. What I'm thinking is, how do all these things fit together?
Piece by piece.
Yeah. But I can't be bothered.
Well, that's the world.
Yeah.
It's got its problems.
Well, coming from you, that's very encouraging.
Cigarette and trying to find my mouth, trying not to look so cool like any other ticket tout. People sipping on each other's blood, they're all out to count. Talking turkey all around me, what are they all on about? I don't know, shut up and listen. I'm walking out, it's past midnight, so I stand the light. Some guy's breathing on my shoulder, he's just trying to start a fight. He said, well, what's that you call me? Something says I might just try to reason with him. Where's my beating track tonight? It's the world, all its problems, the world. All its problems, the world. All its problems, yeah. All its problems. always on a limb out where good guys don't go, telling all these parables that everybody knows. No one wants to hear him cause he tells them all so slow. You can catch him on the news when he becomes a superhero. It's the world, all its problems, the world, all its problems, the world, all its problems, yeah, all its problems. I'm sitting on your sofa thinking how things run. Turn it up, but just go one more time. Turn it up, turn it up, turn it up, turn it up. Everyone wants all the truth, but it's easier to lie. Me, I love this girl called Ruth, we had to say goodbye. I love her so much sometimes that it made me want to die. And I hate her so much sometimes that we knew the reason why. It's the world, all its problems, the world, all its problems, the world, all its problems, yeah. It's the world, all its problems, the world, all its problems, the world. Well, I lost my job on Friday. I went drinking to forget my luck. It had been down so long, but I could change it yet. Sat down and started talking with some guy sitting there. He bought me drinks all afternoon until I didn't care. He said, was I in need of work? Some money could be found. I said, is it above the law? He said, it's underground. I said, I need the paycheck now. I got debts here and there. He smiled and asked if I could drive. Said, I'll drive anywhere, anywhere. In this weekend of ordinary dreams, everything is not as it seems. Take a look around at all the faces in the crowd, and you'll see where I've been. We met up on the Saturday, I thought it was us two, but I had not asked questions, not knowing what to do. 12 of them were in the van, 13 including me. 12 pairs of eyes were staring round at me suspiciously. And so I just sat down and drove and took them to a track. And I drove past the security guard while they hid in the back. They made me stop and got out there, and I heard a couple of shots. Well, I hoped they were in self-defense, but I knew they were not, they were not. In this weekend of ordinary dreams, everything is not as it seems. Take a look around at all the faces in the crowd, and you'll see where I've been, where I've been. Well, I drummed my fingers on the wheel and waited for the boys. I had a smoke, I had a few, I got very paranoid. And still they hadn't come back there, so I just drove away, deciding to play safe and get my share another day. On Sunday he came round my place, I asked him where they'd been. He said they'd left another way and that only I was seen. He said that we should cash the van, and did I want my share? I didn't like the way they'd left. By now I didn't care for this weekend of ordinary dreams. Everything is not as it seems. Take a look around at all the faces in the crowd, and you'll see where I've been, you'll see where I've been. Well, they drove me to a back room with a single swinging light. Someone said the fish are starving, ain't it time they had a bite? And I felt sick and stupid, and I damned my own brown hair, forgetting that the price you pay must far exceed the share. Someone pulled a knife out, and he stabbed me in the back. And they bound my hands, they tied my feet, and they threw me in a sack. And they took me to a lakeside, where they threw my body in. I could hear them laughing, they said, well, you can sink or swim, sink or swim. Sink or swim, sink or swim. Sink, sink, sink. All right. So now hear you desperate women, and hear you desperate men. Don't take your life for granted, please don't live your life in vain. But if you think that you can change it, hope you know you can't go back. Just go down to that lake and watch me floating in this sack, in this sack. You can watch me floating in a sack. You can watch me floating in a sack. You can watch me floating in this sack. You know, I'm not about a style of music, and, you know, I don't wear a certain thing. So it's just like the victory, well, how I like to think of it is the victory of, like, songs over, like, image and stuff like that. Because they're just, if people like the songs, they're going to love the album, you know. The messenger came with bad news from the front. Said the soldiers are starving, the swords are all blunt. They need to show support or some futile sign. That's what they told me to tell you, not even the words were mine. The messenger came with bad news from the war. He said the fine young men forgot who they were fighting for. They don't want to be stars on your TV screen. That's the general feeling. Please don't blame it on me. And the people said, 1 and 1 is 2. There's nothing left for us to do, since we can blame it all on you. We will kill the messenger. Kill the messenger. Kill the messenger. We'll kill the messenger. Came with bad news from the town. He said the phone lines are on strike and the doormen are all down. They turn your den of thieves into a temple. They need someone of stature to set them an example. And the people said, 2 and 2 is 4. Don't tell us anymore. We all know the score. You should kill the messenger. Kill the messenger. Kill the messenger. Kill the messenger. Someone brought the news to the messenger's folks. He said, your son's been killed 2 times. They said, is that a joke? He said, no. He was the victim of ignorant minds. Well, I hate to bring such bad news. Please don't think me unkind. And the family said, 1 and 1 is 2. There's nothing left for us to do. Since you're here, we can blame it on you. Kill the messenger. Kill the messenger. Kill the messenger. We will kill the messenger. Kill the messenger. Kill the messenger. Kill the messenger. Fascinating, they're polishing the Luger facsimiles. The little kids grow up imitating cowboys shooting youth before puberty. Don't get me to the battle on time, cause I'd be useless in the front line. And don't point that thing at me, you know I'm scared of guns. You know I'm scared of guns. You know I'm scared of guns. You can argue, say it's harmless in the nightmare fairground gallery. We're all under pain of death to keel right over gracefully. Well, I ache to be a uniform man and toss that baton in the marching band. But don't point that thing at me, you know I'm scared of guns. You know I'm scared of guns. You know I'm scared of guns. I'm scared of guns. They're out of your hands. I'm scared of guns, or they might go bang. I'm scared of guns. Hey Joe, they're out of control. I'm scared of guns. Well, fear eats the soul. Well, don't shoot me. Like the famous photo on the stand. I'd rather get hit on the head than hold cold metal in my hand. The new arrival, the latest edition. The little boy's running out of ammunition. But don't point that thing at me. You know I'm scared of guns. You know I'm scared of guns. Well, you know I'm scared of guns. You know I'm scared of guns. Don't shoot. Shotgun, don't shoot it for me right now.